Hi, my name is Dove Morgan, and I'm from Bristow, Oklahoma area. I live actually about 15 miles from Bristow out in the country. Right now I have a ranch called Crossroads Ranch, and I bring in children every few weeks, especially in the summertime, all summer long, and I'll take 20 at a time, and then they learn how to catch a horse and all about horsemanship, and they adopt a horse for a week. And everything's based on the Word of God. I teach the Word with the horses as the platform. So it's a lot of fun. And they actually have their own horse show the last day, and they all win a trophy. And the most excellent spirit of all, the most godly spirit of the week wins a set of silver spurs. It's called Silver Spur Award. And so we just have a lot of fun. The Word of God is taught. Kids get saved all the time. They get baptized in the horse trough. And I just really enjoy what I do. But before I did that, I was in prison ministry in the 80s, and I met my future husband. He still had about a year left to do. His nickname in the old days was Mad Dog Morgan, and when I met him, he had just gotten saved, and his name was Bear Morgan at that time. And Mad Dog Morgan in the day was famous for his notorious outlaw living, and he was one of the main guys in Walla Walla State Penitentiary that had a lot of crime and did a lot of time. And when they still had the old Blood Alley in Walla Walla State Penitentiary in the old days, and they had the lockdown cell called Blackout, and they would put him in there, and he would stay in there 9 months to a year in solitary confinement because they said he was an animal. And so he had a great testimony of God's goodness as God came in and changed his life forever as he got saved in a chapel. Actually, he went to Kairos retreat and felt the love of God through the mail, the agape mail that they had given him from the children. And so he got saved. And Barry went home to be with the Lord 10 years ago, and of a brain tumor, probably of a lot of the riots, the doctor said, because he'd gotten hit in the head so many times and things like that. And so he went home to be with Jesus. And I wrote a book called A Bear and a Dove, A Journey of Faith. And it's all about Bear's story, about the journey of faith that we had as nobody really believed in Bear. They all said he wouldn't make it for 6 months in the free world because he had served 32 years of his life locked up, 8 years as a juvenile, or actually more like 10 years as a juvenile because it was almost 10 years, and 22 years as an adult. So when he got out in 1991, he was 40 years old. And our journey, I thought, gosh, a guy that gets out, things will be easy when he gets out. But that was when the challenges began, because the man that was that institutionalized, it was really, really tough. And so I wrote the book a lot for people to see how to handle a guy that's been institutionalized for so long, because he didn't know any etiquette. Everything was, if somebody gets in my way, I'm going to beat him up or kill him. And it was really hard because there was no manual except the Word of God of what to do. Like a soft answer turns away wrath. I use that all the time because he was so quick-tempered. And inside, I guess, in the units, he had taken anger management like 5 times and it never did work. But when he got out, he really wanted to serve God. He really wanted his heart to be right with the Lord. So I was really honored to be his helpmate and to help him out. And he wrote a book called You Can Make It When You Get Out, because before he passed away, he had successfully been in the free world for 12 years. And so he wrote a book called You Can Make It When You Get Out, and it never got published, and it really never quite got finished. I just got that finished and in print this year. In fact, I ordered some more copies just this month when I left for this trip. And it's called You Can Make It When You Get Out. It's an awesome help. Every chapter also has workbook pages so the inmates can do, like a Bible study with it. Bear has his whole testimony in here of how he hated life and hated the world, and then how he got Jesus and how Jesus changed his whole world into being a man of God and a man of love. And I also have in here writing parole board letters, getting ready for your release, what to think about a leg monitor if you get a leg monitor put on you, because sometimes they'll do that for public appeasement to see where you are, and also how to have proper restaurant etiquette and how to tip, how to look for a job, and how to write a resume, how to look for housing. And also I write a chapter of my own called Loving Him Loving Him to Success. Because as people in the free world, we can love an inmate and speak life into them and love them to success. And one of the things that the Lord shared with me to share with you is that God will speak a word over you, and sometimes it feels like it'll never come to pass. But in 1991, before I ever met Bear, right before I met him, because he got out, actually it was like in 1990, the Lord spoke this word to me because I met Bear right afterwards. And God spoke to me through Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah 41, and it says that you have been precious in my sight, and therefore I give people for your life and men for your life. And that's what God has done. He has gotten my life into the prison systems of the world. In fact, I go to Angola all the time, and the minute Angola blessed me with this necklace. But one of the things that I really believe is because I poured myself as a living sacrifice, that the printed page is so awesome, and it goes into so many places that you can't go yourself. And in the institutions, as this book has gotten out, A Bear and a Dove, A Journey of Faith, I send it free to all inmates and their families. And they write in the very back, they'll write and they'll share the same book, and so they'll write their name in the very back that they read the book on these empty pages. And I heard one inmate tell me that one of the books that are in the prison in Texas has 300 signatures already in it. So that blesses me so much to know that it's really doing a lot. And also, I have so many testimonies of this, because at the very end, we do a thing called Take the Bear Challenge. Do what Bear Morgan did and give his whole life to the Lord, and never do another night in jail, never do another drug, and never do another drink, because Bear was a drug addict and alcoholic as well. And I tell him, I say, take the Bear Challenge, where the Bear Challenge is that you'll never do another night in jail, never do another drug, that you'll get out and be a success in society. And so I have thousands of inmates taking the Bear Challenge, and really it's just another way of saying you're getting saved and giving your life to the Lord. But and you're welcome to order these from our website. You'll have that given to you as this taping is done. But I would love to offer these to you at no charge if you can't give to them. I just want to sow into your life, or if you can make a donation, that's great too. But we want to make a difference. We want to make a difference on the planet Earth, and we're going into the highways and the byways, and especially into the locked places and the incarcerated people and their families, and telling them that you can live a different life and that you can make it in this world with Jesus Christ by your side.